There's one word that's lobbed around quite a lot these days. It's called intolerance. People get offended with movies, with speeches, and they want bans. On Reality Check today, we have an award-winning musician who should be treated like a national treasure. With real music fans and those who understand his value, TM Krishna is already a legend who's invited all over the country and the world and is recognized internationally for his contribution to Carnatic music. However, why he is in the headlines today is because the trolls have taken a dislike to him. As part of exploring music, he and some other artists started using their style to sing Christian hymns or in praise of Allah. This wasn't liked by self-proclaimed Hindu purists or music fans, and so since September, his concerts have been threatened. The latest instance is when a government body owned by the Government of India cancelled his event at Nehru Park in the capital this weekend. The Airport Authority of India first tweeted about his event. When people saw this on social media, they got so enraged. You can see the kind of response that people had on this, asking Airports Authority of India to cancel the concert. The shocking part is that they did. They tweeted the cancellation, and today when NDTV spoke to the chairman of Airports Authority, Guru Prasad Mahapatra, he said, and I quote, "There were urgent circumstances and that's why we postponed." When we asked him to elaborate, he said, "We can't elaborate further than the press note that we have issued." Well, this isn't the first time that trolls, as we like to call the angry brigade of online haters, see and have impact. In the recent past, historian Ram Guha's tenure at Ahmedabad University was revoked after outrage by ABVP protesters. And journalist and author Rana Ayub's lecture in Doha was forced to be cancelled by the Indian embassy there after similar online protests. Today, writing about what's happened to TM Krishna, Ram Guha said, and I quote, "When a scholar like myself is stopped from speaking, that is intolerance. When a great musician like TM Krishna is prevented from performing, it is not intolerance but barbarism." He called it barbarism. We are going to speak to TM Krishna in just a bit. First, for people who don't know his music, here's just a taster of what he sings about.
मैं उस आग को, उस अग्नि को खुद ही खुद अपने में, उस अग्नि को खुद ही खुद अपने में रोकूं, अंत करूं मैं सम्मोहन को, रोकूं
TM Krishna, thank you so much for joining us here on NDTV. I wanted to start by asking you, are you surprised by what happened? Because while all of us have been, our attention has been drawn to this by Airports Authority of India not cancelling this concert, but you have been facing this kind of, some other concerts have also been cancelled in the US since September, right?
Yes, I have been trolled for a long time because of my social positions, my cultural positions, my perspectives on the politics of India, my disagreements with the BJP regime and Mr. Narendra Modi, and of course the fact that I believe that every art form, and this country is a multi-religious, multicultural country where Allah, Jesus and Rama to me make no difference. And I do believe I will sing about every one of these lords and about none of these gods and goddesses. And so in one concert of mine in Washington, D.C. was cancelled by the temple authorities because they came under pressure from right-wing groups who in fact celebrated the cancellation with great happiness. And there has been a recent threat a day ago that a concert of mine in Mysore on the 22nd of this month, the organizers have been threatened, and they have said they will not budge and the concert will happen. Many organizers in the United States also received calls saying that I am pro-Christian, I am supporting conversion groups, and I'm an urban Naxal, and the usual language that trolls know to use. So I'm not surprised, but I am shocked that a government body would respond in such a fashion and gives the most frivolous reasons for the postponement or supposed postponement. It also means something that These trolls are not arbitrary. I think it's high time we recognize that the troll armies that are let out have links, have underlying patronage from people in power. Otherwise, I do not see how these instances can happen if arbitrary people were operating, unless there is some influence being put on people, the bureaucrats, and the people who finally come out and say what they say.
You know, TM Krishna, we hope to also speak to a BJP spokesperson after we interview you, because to kind of talk about what some of the things that you're pointing out to us. But I just wanted to ask you, for all our viewers listening, because what's interesting is that you, when you were first attacked for this idea of singing hymns in the Carnatic style or singing Islamic verse in the Carnatic style, tell us, and you know, obviously you got opposition initially as well. I believe that you responded by saying, well, if that is the case, I'm going to sing every month, I'm going to release something. So tell us a little bit about the idea, or which has, you know, which drives you as an artist to sing like this in this form.
Well, that decision of mine was made when a lot of my colleagues of mine were being attacked on social media for having sung or participated in events where Carnatic music had Christian lyrics. And they were being attacked horribly and terribly, and many of them unfortunately also apologized, and that I really felt that succumbing to such bullying was not the way we respond. That's when I went on social media and made an announcement that every month I will release a song on Allah or Jesus in the Carnatic idiom. And the reason I believe that we need to do these things is because we need to break the shackles of these various cultures and traditions that we have. We have to also accept that art, music, theatre, cinema are not about politics or social discrimination or social divisiveness. In fact, they are part of it and sometimes used as tools for exactly the same. So as an artist, if you want to really find a way to deal with these social, political inadequacies and limitations and anger, you have to use the arts itself to speak different languages, speak different tones, speak different sounds, different movements. And that's why I do believe I as an artist will sing about different things. As an artist, I will speak about different things, and I will express dissent. And dissent is the essence of being alive, and express it in whatever way you want. And you can't bully people, you can't force people to basically resign themselves or come to acceptance to some kind of a monolithic majoritarian idea of culture, religion, country, belief, faith, everything else.
And TM Krishna, I'll be taking this point that you make, you know, that you can't take this majoritarian idea and threaten people, to Vivek Reddy, the spokesperson from BJP, in just a bit. We also have Rashmi Malik, who's the chairperson of SPIC-MACAY, to ask her what she thinks of what's happened. But before that, TM Krishna, I just wanted to ask you that you have heard now two things. First of all, I believe one of your concerts, and just to tell our viewers that I believe the concert the weekend after in Mysuru, even that is being threatened now?
Yes, the very same day when the trolling was happening regarding the Delhi concert, and there were threats sent to the organizer in Mysore that they should desist from having that event. WhatsApp messages were sent, etc., etc. But I must say, the information I have, I spoke to the organizers last night, and they've said no, they will go ahead with the concert, and they cannot be bulldozed by such people. So as far as I know, as of today, as I speak to you, the concert will happen in Mysore, and I do hope it happens in Mysore.
Well, that sounds fantastic. Rashmi Malik, before I go across to the BJP spokesperson, as the chairperson of SPIC-MACAY, and SPIC-MACAY has been synonymous with culture and art and promoting it, among masses. As the chairperson of SPIC-MACAY, what would you say about what's happened?
First of all, I'd like to say I'm chairperson of SPIC-MACAY Foundation and not SPIC-MACAY. SPIC-MACAY Foundation conducts community outreach program which is the outside our core activity, which is, as everybody knows, in schools and colleges. And I would also like to put it on record that SPICMK is a apolitical, not-for-profit, voluntary organization working relentlessly for 41 years to conserve and preserve our classical traditions. And we feel the only way to do that is to take it to the young. So that we've been doing for the longest time with very, very limited financial resources, not to forget that. But what has happened is since 2004, we started a community outreach program called Music in the Park series in Delhi and various other cities in the country. In last 14, 15 years that we've been doing Music in the Park, fortunately, we've never ever had to cancel a concert or postpone it. This time our main partner informed us that due to very strong work exigencies in their internal working, they've had to postpone the concert. So having said that, we strongly believe and we actually condemn all the trolling that has been happening. It's very sad that the expression, or the freedom to expression is being stifled, and we absolutely condemn that.
Sure.
And we at SPICMK will surely like to have TM Krishna, who's a great asset to our classical traditions. We would surely like to take him to the young, to schools and colleges.
Yes.
Unfortunately, with very limited financial resources, we cannot do the festival on its own, on our own. So we have to postpone the dates for the entire festival to a later date.
Vivek here.
Mr. Reddy, Sunetra here from the NDTV studios.
Yes.
I don't know if you heard everything that TM Krishna said and how he spoke about the kind of impact and how it looks very much, and you could just see the sequence building up. The tweet on Monday night announcing it by the airport authorities of India, the trolling thereby of various people, and TM Krishna believes that he has, it's also because of the fact that he has spoken critically of the BJP, and then Airports Authority of India going ahead and cancelling this event. And so what would you say of that? The fact that the trolls who have been linked as part of your supporters having so much impact and influence over a government body.
Well, Madam, let me make it very clear that Mr. Krishna's anti-stand against the Modi government has nothing to do with this postponement. Each person is free to have his political views, so long as it is his own political views expressed independently. I don't think there should be any problem about it in this nation. So we are very clear about it. The second issue is the reason as to the postponement. Well, we have to now hold out. These are initial stages. We have to hold out to the report given by the Airports Authority of India, which says that it is postponed as of now, it is not cancelled, and new dates will be announced. So therefore, we are in contemplation of new dates, and there is no need to red flag this whole issue as having been cancelled or having been postponed due to certain reactions on trolls. See, the reactions on trolls are always there. Krishna may have gotten himself involved on sentimental aspects of Hinduism. We don't know. We really don't know.
No,
it is for the Airports Authority of India, which has not cancelled this event. Let me be very clear.
No,
It has just
Mr.
postponed
Reddy,
it.
Mr.
And
Reddy,
this has nothing to do
could
with
have
his
perhaps,
views on government because
you
find...
Sorry,
Yes,
may I interrupt? Because I just wanted to clarify on some of the things that you're saying. You're saying that
Yes.
you have to give them the benefit of doubt. We could have given them the benefit of doubt if they had indeed given another date. Secondly, they're not giving any reasons. They are saying that they are very important, and we spoke to them again this afternoon, just before doing this show. I spoke with them again, and they still are not elaborating. If they were indeed genuine circumstances which were unavoidable, they could have expanded on that. They're not. It looks very much a reason because, and let's not forget the other instances, sir. We have seen, particularly after ABVP protests, we've seen Ahmedabad University take back an invitation, a tenureship of Ram Guha. We've seen, in fact, an invitation, other journalists who are known to be critical of the government not being allowed to speak. So can the BJP, by saying just because you're a Modi critic, that doesn't mean we have, can the BJP just wash its hands off? Because there is now rising evidence, sir, and the troll, in books like I Am a Troll, it has been linked systematically to the BJP.
Can I come back, madam?
Sure, sir.
The event is not cancelled. Please note. If the Airport Authority of India had said that the event is cancelled, you could interpret it
They haven't given another date.
But they have said there has been trolling, no doubt. We don't know the reasons. We really don't know the reasons, but they are saying there are other pressing engagements. Well, we have to accept that at this stage. And if there are any sentimental issues that affect people, that also has to be looked into by Airports Authority of India. We don't know. We don't have fresh material. Even I don't have. I cannot sit on this show as a representative of a BJP because I don't have official communication about this. But I can tell you this much, that the postponement must have been due to other pressing engagements as one. Second thing is, if there are sentiments attached to the show because of Mr. Krishna's prior stand, then the Airports Authority has every right to look into it before it decides the further engagements.
Isn't that
That's
shocking?
why they have not cancelled it. They
You're
have given the
saying-
benefit of doubt.
You're saying
So we have to be
sentimental
fair
reasons.
to the authority.
You as a BJP spokesperson are saying sentimental reasons perhaps may be attached because of his background and they have the right to look into it.
Here. Let me be very clear. I am not sitting as a BJP spokesperson here. I am not the BJP spokesperson. I am a panelist in Karnataka, but I am not the BJP spokesperson. So I am making it very clear that we have to wait for the official word from the Airports Authority of India, which has come, and we have to rely on that.
TM Krishna, what would you say? What would you say about
Yes.
this? Obviously, they have TM Krishna. Obviously, they have, they have that kind of leeway by saying that this is not. It's a postponement. That it is nothing to do with what you represent. But you,
listen,
of course,
I just have two things to say. I think there was a giveaway with what Mr. Reddy said. Mr. Reddy said something very interesting. Yes, it's a postponement. I'd like to confirm. Yes, it's an indefinite postponement. No dates have been given. One, till 5 o'clock in the evening on the 13th. Let's be very clear. 11th morning, they tweeted with great happiness and pride that I was singing at the festival jointly presented by them. Till the evening of 13th, that is around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the evening, they were saying this concert will go on, don't worry, forget about the trolling. Within 1 hour, they got exigencies of work. And if you read the Indian Express today, the chairman actually says we were not free on that date. Let me also make it clear that SPIC is the one which does all the groundwork for these events, which does all the logistical work for these events. So they do all what is required for the event to actually happen, the chairs, the stage, the microphones, etc. Okay, point two. The last thing, I find it very interesting that Mr. Reddy actually said in the end, if some sentiments are being affected or something to that effect by Mr. Krishna's stance, that is something that Airport Authority of India has to take into consideration. Now, what does that mean? That's a giveaway of what he is saying. And like you said, the Airport Authority has said nothing till now. They are hiding behind exigencies of work, which suddenly appeared within 1 hour, suddenly on 13th evening, after 24 hours of trolling. I'm sorry, if sentiments have to be suddenly taken into consideration, I find it extremely suspicious of what that says.
Well, why not? Why not, Mr. Krishna? Why not,
I don't
Mr.
agree
Krishna?
with you, sir.
Because there has been lots of opposition. Can I just come in, please? There has been lots of opposition on your shows. Why is there opposition for your shows, Mr. Krishna?
Mr. Reddy,
may I answer that, please? You asked me a question. May I answer?
Mr. Reddy, don't you think this is
earlier.
Mr.
Can I just come in?
Mr. Reddy,
No, you
Please
asked me a question,
please
Mr.
allow me
Reddy.
to
May I
finish.
answer the question? You asked me why there is opposition. I think I require a chance to
Let me
answer
just
that,
finish.
Mr. Reddy.
Let me just finish my question. Mr. Krishna,
Okay, please do. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Hold
please
on.
do.
You are a vocalist of great repute. Let me just finish. Let me just finish my question. It's not yet complete.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So therefore, Mr. Krishna, there has been trolling against you. There have been lots of issues raised in the trolling. You may consider that it is not worthwhile at all. It does not require any relook at all. That is what you may think. You may be justified. That is why the Airports Authority of India has not cancelled. It has held it and kept it pending. Now, what is wrong if the Airport Authority of India, which does not know anything about this, in view of the heavy trolling against you and the sentimental issues raised on the basis of your previous stand, this is the luggage that you have carried and
Mr.
brought
Reddy,
to this function.
so you're saying
You
if
have
there is
taken
enough trolling. No, Mr. Reddy,
sentimental-
let me
you've
get
taken
it as a
sentimental
journalist.
issues also
Let me
into
get
your,
this right. Mr.
into
Reddy,
your career.
let
So
me
what is
ask
wrong?
you, are you
What is
saying
wrong if they
there is
consider
enough
this?
trolling, if there is enough
There is nothing
trolling,
wrong.
that justifies people taking action based on a mob? Is that what you're saying? That mob action,
they are
and if there
taking
is
a relook,
enough
or
mass
perhaps they are
of trolling.
taking a look. We don't know. We don't know.
No, sir. We
They
know
are taking a look.
there is a
They
sequence of
may
events that have
ultimately
been
decide on
mapped
Krishna's
out.
benefit. So what is wrong? What is wrong if they say that instead of avoiding a difficult situation,
Okay.
that if they take a relook at it,
I think
wrong?
that's the closest
I mean, it
that
is
we
the
are going
baggage
to
that
get.
Mr. Krishna brought,
Mr.
which has to be considered by them.
Thanks to your words, I think that's the closest that we can get of, and you represent, you're a member of the BJP party. That is the closest that we can get to an acknowledgement of how the
I
troll
am
works.
a panelist alone.
I
That's
understand,
all.
sir. I understand, sir. But I think your words have given us an instance of how there is a kind of condoning of the troll behavior from the party. TM Krishna, as
Absolutely.
we wrap
There
up,
is
I
no
just...
condoning. There
Well,
is no
sir, you
condoning.
have
We are
condoned, I'm
taking-
afraid.
they
You,
may
you
be
said it
taking a
yourself, sir.
critical
I
look.
didn't say it. You said it in your own words.
And every authority has a right to take a look at it.
Yes, I think that word, those words of yours say it all. TM Krishna, in order to just sum up, I think Delhi government has responded now and said that you're very welcome to come and perform. They're going to make arrangements. Are you going to be doing that?
I have responded to the Delhi government and informed their office that I am open to coming on the 17th evening and performing in Delhi. As I understand it from my office, they are already trying to work out details of how we can make that possible. I must also say there are multiple voluntary groups across Delhi who've been reaching out, and I want to thank all of them for being so welcoming and saying that we should have a concert. So I do believe if everything comes together by tonight, I will be there in Delhi on the 17th evening, and I would like to take this opportunity to invite all of you, keep looking out at social media. I think it will be an important moment. We need to make this statement. We need to tell people that you're most welcome to disagree, you're most welcome to not see eye to eye, but we can't bully, and we can't, and bullying can't be condoned. And the missionary can't say, oh, we will take a look at it based on bullying. There is something ethically extremely deficient, completely lacking in even taking that kind of a position. And that is my opinion as a citizen of India.
That's right. Rashmi Malik, I just have to ask you...
Well, you should also have some clear idea.
No, Rashmi Malik, I just
Not
wanted
hit
to ask
out
you...
at sentiments of people.
Okay, you made your point, Mr. Reddy. Rashmi Malik, I wanted to ask you, what are bodies like Speak McKay doing to protect artists and their freedom of expression?
See, I have to say that we ourselves are struggling to be able to conduct our activity, to try and take our activity to the young, to schools and colleges. And most of our energy gets used up in trying to raise resources for doing that. So one of the few things that we do, probably one of the only things now we do outside that activity is this community outreach program, which is also in a way, indirect way of our supporting the artist of our classical
I really
traditions.
hope that you can, and you come out stronger in supporting all the artists. And you really gain strength in that. TM Krishna, as we sign off, will you be TM Krishna, will you be singing some of the music that has become so contentious? Your singing of the hymns and of Islamic verses that has become so contentious. Will you be singing that in Delhi? I just wanted to know if that's going to be something that your audiences can look forward to.
Well, I do believe in celebrating the different ways we pray. I do believe in celebrating the different ways we express joy, express sorrow, the multiple cultures of this country, multiple religions of this country. Therefore, the audience can definitely expect a concert that will express the multiple voices of this country, voices of celebrations, voices of happiness, voices of dissent, voices of faith, multiple voices of faith.
Okay, I want to thank all my guests and more power to you, TM Krishna, and your good
Thank
luck
you.
with your performance. And we just want to sign out here on Reality Check with another one of the clips of TM Krishna performing. Goodbye.
கருணை மறந்தும் தாவி விழும்